Most men get trapped in this game without even realizing it. A woman flirts, smiles, gives him attention, makes him feel special, and just when he thinks something real is about to happen, she disappears. No explanation, no closure, just silence. He's left confused, replaying every word, wondering what went wrong. But here's the truth. Nothing went wrong. She never intended to commit. She was feeding off your attention, not building connection. Women flirt for reasons that have nothing to do with love. Sometimes it's validation, sometimes boredom, sometimes testing their own power. And if you don't understand that psychology, you'll waste energy chasing ghosts. The key is learning to see through the game, to know when her interest is genuine and when it's just entertainment. Because once you understand why women flirt but never commit, you stop being her option and start being the man she can't play. Point 1. She wants validation, not connection. This is the root of it all. Many women flirt not because they're looking for love, but because they're looking for validation. Validation is attention. It's emotional currency. It's the quick hit of dopamine she gets when a man compliments her, stares a little longer, or fights for her attention. It makes her feel desired, wanted, powerful. But here's the trap. She doesn't want the man. She wants the feeling he gives her. That's why she flirts hard one day, then pulls away the next. Because once she gets her fix, she no longer needs the source. You were never the destination. You were the mirror reflecting her beauty back at her. This is why so many men get stuck in emotional limbo. They mistake her need for attention as genuine attraction. They think, she flirts with me all the time. She must like me. But that's not always true. A woman can flirt with you simply to boost her self-esteem, especially if she's feeling ignored, insecure, or underappreciated by others. You become the energy source that recharges her ego, and when she's full, she disappears. That's not rejection, it's completion. Her mission was never connection, it was confirmation. Now, here's the painful truth most men refuse to see. If you feed a woman's ego too easily, you lose your value in her eyes. You become predictable, another man she can attract without effort. And what's effortless is never valued. The moment she senses you're fully hooked, her thrill fades. Because for her, the high comes from being wanted, not from wanting you. The solution? Stop giving away validation for free. You can appreciate her, but don't worship her. You can compliment her, but not constantly. Keep your energy exclusive, your attention scarce, and your presence meaningful. The less you validate, the more she starts to crave it. The more she craves it, the more she invests. That's when the dynamic flips. She's now chasing your validation, not the other way around. So remember this, not every flirt is an invitation. Sometimes it's just a performance. If you can see through the performance and stay grounded, you'll never get trapped playing the role of her ego's cheerleader. You'll stay the man she can't easily read, can't easily control, and that's exactly the kind of man she never forgets. Point 2, she loves the chase, not the catch. Some women are addicted to the thrill of pursuit, not the reward of connection. The chase excites them. It gives them power, control, and a sense of emotional dominance. The moment you start showing interest, she lights up. Her ego feeds off your energy. But once you fall for her, once you start giving her consistent attention, texting first, showing commitment, the excitement fades. The game is over, and so is her interest. It's not that she doesn't like you, it's that she only knows how to feel alive in the chase, not in the relationship. This type of woman flirts like it's an art form. She knows how to draw you in, through eye contact, subtle touches, soft compliments, and just enough emotional connection to make you think she's serious. But what she's really doing is measuring her own power. Every reaction from you confirms her influence. Every time you chase, she feels stronger. But the moment she knows she has you, she loses interest. Why? Because control kills her curiosity. She's not driven by love. She's driven by validation through conquest. This is why so many men get blindsided. They think they're building chemistry, but she's just building ego. She doesn't want the catch, because the catch means responsibility, effort, consistency, and depth. Those things don't give her a thrill. What gives her a thrill is knowing she could have you if she wanted. You're not a person in her story, you're proof of her power. Here's the secret most men miss. The only way to stop being her game is to stop playing it. Don't chase when she pulls away. Don't reward inconsistent energy. When she flirts, stay calm. When she tests you, don't fold. That's how you flip the frame. When she realizes you're not another man she can toy with, something shifts. Curiosity replaces control. Now she's wondering why you're not chasing, why you're not falling like the rest. That mystery draws her in deeper than any flirtation ever could. So remember this. A woman addicted to the chase will lose interest in the man who makes himself too available, but she'll become obsessed with the man who doesn't break under her spell. The key is not to outchase her, it's to stay still while she runs in circles around your calmness. That's how you turn the game around without playing it. Point 3. She enjoys attention without accountability. Here's one of the coldest truths about why some women flirt but never commit. They love the attention but want none of the responsibility that comes with it. They want to be desired, chased, complimented, adored, but the moment you expect something real, they vanish. Why? Because accountability ruins the fantasy. As long as you're chasing, they're in control. The second you ask for clarity, what are we? Or where's this going? They feel cornered. Their power comes from staying undefined. They want the emotional benefits of your effort without the structure of your expectations. These women live in the gray zone. They'll text just enough to keep you interested, flirt just enough to keep you hopeful, and disappear just long enough to make you doubt yourself. It's a cycle that feeds their ego. Every compliment, every double text, every late night "you up" message boosts their sense of importance. They love the idea of being wanted, not the effort of giving back. And if you keep playing along, you're not in a connection. You're in a performance where you're the audience and she's the star. Here's what makes it worse. A lot of men enable this dynamic because they're afraid to walk away. They think if they just stay patient, if they just keep showing interest, she'll eventually commit. But she won't, because commitment requires giving, and she's only there to take. The more you give, the less she values it. The moment she realizes she can have your attention with zero effort, she stops respecting you altogether. The solution? Withdraw your energy the moment you sense this imbalance. If she only shows up when she wants attention, stop rewarding her with it. Don't call her out emotionally, simply match her investment. If she's 10%, give 10%. If she goes silent, stay silent longer. You don't punish her, you just remove the supply. That's how you reclaim your power. Because once the attention fades, she has two choices: disappear completely or step up and match your energy. Either way, you win. So remember this: attention without accountability is manipulation disguised as charm. Don't fall for the performance. The woman who truly wants you won't need your validation to feel powerful. She'll value your effort enough to reciprocate. And that's the difference between being her entertainment and being her choice. Point 4, she tests her power over you. Sometimes a woman flirts not because she wants you, but because she wants to see if she can have you. It's not about attraction, it's about influence. She wants to test her ability to make a man bend, react, and lose composure. When she flirts with you, she's studying your responses. Every glance, every text, every nervous laugh is data. If she can make you chase with minimal effort, she confirms what she already suspects, that she has power. And for some women, that feeling of control is more intoxicating than love itself. This is what most men never realize. Not all flirting is genuine interest. Sometimes it's a power game disguised as connection. She compliments you, teases you, or gives you that lingering eye contact, and you take the bait. You start texting more, thinking you're building momentum, but she's not trying to build anything. She's measuring. She's asking herself, how much control do I have over him? Will he change his tone if I pull away? Will he chase harder if I give him less? The moment you react emotionally, you fail the test. The stronger move is to stay grounded. When she flirts, don't lean forward. Lean back. Match her energy without investing too soon. When she gives a compliment, smile, accept it, but don't start pouring yours out. When she teases you, tease her back. When she pulls away, don't chase, let her drift. That calm, indifferent energy flips the script, because the moment she realizes she can't easily manipulate your emotions, curiosity replaces control. She starts thinking, why isn't he reacting? Why doesn't he seem impressed? Has he seen women like me before? And that's when the test backfires, because now she's the one wondering about you. Here's the truth. The more power she feels she has, the less attracted she becomes. The more mystery you maintain, the more her mind spirals. That's the paradox of attraction. Control kills desire. Uncertainty feeds it. So stop giving away your emotional reactions like free samples. Let her feel the limits of her influence. Because once she realizes she can't break your frame, you stop being her experiment and start becoming her obsession. Point 5. She keeps you as an option, not a priority. This is one of the hardest truths to accept, but once you do, you'll never look at flirtation the same way again. Some women flirt just enough to keep you orbiting around them, not because they want to choose you, but because they want to make sure you're still there. You're her emotional backup plan, the comfort zone she keeps warm while she chases something else. You're not the main character in her story. You're the reassurance that she still could have you if she wanted. That's not affection, that's strategy. Here's how it works. She gives you enough attention to keep your hopes alive. A compliment here, a playful text there, maybe a few flirty emojis when she feels you pulling away. It's just enough to reset your interest, to pull you back into her loop. Then she disappears again. She's not confused, she's calculated. Keeping you as an option feeds her sense of power and security. Knowing that you're still emotionally invested gives her a safety net in case her other pursuits fail. You're her plan B dressed as maybe. And most men fall right into it. They mistake breadcrumbs for effort. They think her occasional flirts mean she's conflicted, when in reality, she's just managing her options. The moment you start chasing, she knows she's got you. That's why she doesn't have to commit, because you already have. You've given her the loyalty of a relationship while she gives you the attention of a stranger. It's imbalance disguised as connection. Here's the power move. Don't be an option for anyone who treats you like one. The moment you feel inconsistency, that push and pull energy, stop feeding it. Don't match effort halfway. Don't wait around for scraps of attention. When she pulls back, don't chase her into indifference. Pull back further. When she returns, act like you never noticed she left. That indifference burns deeper than anger ever could. Because when she realizes she's lost your emotional availability, her safety net disappears and panic sets in. So remember this, the woman who flirts but never commits often isn't confused. She's comfortable. And the moment you take that comfort away, she either steps up or fades out. Either way, you win. Because the man who values his time, attention, and energy never ends up as anyone's maybe. He becomes the one she regrets losing when the game stops being fun. Point 6. She's emotionally unavailable, but loves the attention. Here's the thing most men don't realize. Not every woman who flirts is emotionally ready for something real. Some are broken, guarded, or healing from something they'll never tell you about. Yet they still crave attention because attention is medicine for the ego. It fills the silence, distracts from loneliness, and temporarily numbs the emptiness. So she flirts, not because she's ready to connect, but because your energy helps her forget. You become her emotional bandage, useful until she no longer feels the wound. This is the woman who gives mixed signals. She'll flirt, talk deep, maybe even open up about her life, but when things start to feel real, she shuts down. Suddenly she's confused, she needs time, or she doesn't know what she wants right now. It's not that she doesn't like you, she does, but liking you threatens her emotional armor. She can handle playful flirting because it's safe, but real intimacy, that's where she loses control, and control is what she values most. Here's the psychology behind it. When someone is emotionally unavailable, they chase attention for the feeling of connection without the commitment of it. It's emotional window shopping, trying things on without buying. And if you're not careful, you'll start investing your heart into someone who only wants to rent your energy. The mistake most men make, thinking they can fix her, they think she just needs the right man to show her love. No, she doesn't need saving. She needs space to face herself. If you try to fix her, you become another form of validation, not healing. The power move? Recognize it early. Don't confuse vulnerability with availability. When she flirts but avoids emotional depth, take note. Pull back, not out of anger, but out of self-respect. Give her space to show whether she's truly interested or just feeding on your attention. If she steps closer, good, she's genuine. If she fades, even better, you just dodged an emotional parasite. So remember this, An emotionally unavailable woman may flirt like she's ready, but she's only borrowing connection to soothe her ego. Your job is not to be her escape, it's to protect your energy, because a man who guards his peace is the one she'll never forget, even if she couldn't keep him. Point 7. She thrives on the attention of many, not the commitment of one. This is the final layer, and it's the one that hurts the most to accept. Some women don't flirt because they're looking for love, healing, or even validation from one man. They flirt because they crave audience energy, the constant stream of attention that keeps their ego alive. To her, attention is like oxygen. One man's interest is never enough because she's not trying to connect, she's trying to collect. She needs multiple people admiring her, chasing her, complimenting her, because deep down, that's where she gets her sense of worth. You can spot her easily once you understand the pattern. She flirts everywhere, with the bartender, the coworker, the guy at the gym, and yes, with you. But when things start moving towards something real, she retreats. Why? Because commitment means choosing one person, and choosing one person means losing the rest. To her, that feels like death. She's not afraid of love, she's afraid of losing the spotlight. The constant male attention has become her emotional safety net. Here's where men destroy themselves. They try to outcompete her audience. They think, if I just show her I'm better than the rest, she'll finally choose me. But that's not how it works. You can't compete for attention with a woman who's addicted to it. The more you try, the more she starves you of it, because withholding keeps you chasing. It's not that she doesn't see your effort. She thrives on it. Your energy feeds her ego. Your confusion fuels her power. The only way to win is not to play. When she senses that you don't care who else she's talking to, when you're not fazed by her public charm or social validation, her control weakens because you're the only man she can't manipulate through competition. You're not threatened. You're focused. You're not chasing. You're observing. And that calm indifference is what she can't forget. So understand this. The woman who flirts with everyone but commits to no one isn't mysterious. She's addicted. She needs constant validation to avoid facing the silence of her own emptiness. Don't try to fill it. Walk away from it. Because the man who refuses to compete for her attention becomes the only one she truly respects, and the only one she secretly wishes she could have. Conclusion. Now you understand the truth behind why women flirt but never commit. It's not always about you. It's about the power, the attention, and the control that flirting gives them. Some do it for validation, some for the chase, some to test their influence. Others crave attention without responsibility, or they keep you as a backup while chasing something else. A few are simply emotionally unavailable, feeding on energy they can't return. And the worst of them, they flirt with everyone because attention itself is their drug. But here's the real power shift. Once you see these patterns, you stop reacting to them. You stop chasing, you stop explaining, and you stop falling for surface-level charm. You start observing instead of attaching. You hold your frame, protect your energy, and recognize that not every woman who smiles at you deserves your effort. Real attraction is mutual, not manipulative. When you move with that awareness, something changes. You stop being one of her options. You become the standard she can't reach. You become the man she flirts with in her head long after you've walked away. Because the truth is simple. The man who doesn't need attention to feel powerful is the one every woman secretly wants, but can never control.